And before we get into discussing this further on the explosive weekend debate, we have some breaking news that's coming in. One of the shooters, remember, has been identified as Naveed Akram. It is now being confirmed that he is a Pakistani national. My colleague Siddhant Mishra has more inputs on this. Siddhant?
Well, that's right, Greha. So Manoj has brought this input for us, and it's exclusively with CNN News 18. So initial reports suggest one of the attacker is a Pakistani origin, shooter linked to Al Murad Institute, Heckenberg. Investigators have identified one of the shooters as a student enrolled at the Al Murad Institute in Heckenberg, New South Wales. Authorities are examining his educational and social background as part of the probe. The Al Murad Institute is a private religious school that teaches Arabic language and the Quran. It operates as a registered business entity in New South Wales. Official business records list Adam Ismail as the registered business owner of the Al Murad Institute. At this stage, there is no allegation that the institute or its management had direct involvement in the attack. Sources confirmed that one of the attackers is of a Pakistani origin. Investigators are finding immigration status, family background, and overseas linkages. Back to you.
Siddhant, thank you so much for that information. But I'd like to understand from you, considering the authorities are still looking at the digital footprint of this Pakistani national, now that it has been confirmed. Naved Akram belongs to Pakistan. He has been staying in the Bondi area of Australia, of Sydney. So that is also something that has been flagged by very many of the people who have shown concerns about the growing anti-Semitic activities from Australian soil, particularly from this very region. What is the update as far as that is concerned?
Well, Greha, the back and forth between Australia and Israel have been going on from quite some time. In fact, in August and September, there were letters written by Prime Minister Netanyahu to Prime Minister Albanese, perhaps accusing him of fueling the anti-Semitism, the sentiment, the hatred, anti-Semitism in Australia. Because at that point in time, Greha, there were many marches, protests against Israel, which took place in several parts of Australia. So at that point, the Israeli government did take note of those protests and marches. Also, if you remember, Greha, ahead of the implementation of the first phase of the President Trump's Gaza peace plan, countries like Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, France, they supported the Palestinian statehood. So that was also not. So Israel was not happy with that announcement also made by these countries. So now the Israeli leadership is directly accusing Australia, holding them accountable for this terror attack, and perhaps they say that this is all because of the charged environment against Jews which Albanese government had in a way allowed to come up.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Siddhant. In fact, we have also that image that is being posted by Adam Ismail, who is part of that very institute that that Naveed Akram was a part of. He's linked to that Islamic school and for which he was studying in Australia. And that image, that tweet has been posted. We are also putting that out before we go to our guests.